This is Tim from STS Arborists. We're up here in Apollo and we're addressing some concerns that this homeowner has revolving around the trees that are leaning toward and around the house. So we can come take a look. Basically what we're looking at is this house was built into the bank years ago, and so whenever the home was constructed, these were just little trees here and it wasn't a big deal, but years have passed and now they're big trees. And so we have some cabling that we're gonna install for the protection from splitting. We have some removals of trees that are broken or totally one-sided leaning towards the house, and then other trees that are simply getting pruned to get clearance. And one of the goals is that we're training younger trees, especially these tulips, to grow upward as opposed to out over the roof. And so with some proactive maintenance, we can actually teach these trees to grow up and away from the house as opposed to continue coming out over the house. And then in the case of some of them, they're just beyond saving and they just need to come down for the sake of the house, especially tulip poplar, which tends to be more on the brittle side, shorter fibers, and can, potentially fall and cause damage. So we're just cranking up now. Climbers are getting in trees, we're getting equipment organized, so just stay tuned for the transformation process as we go today, and you'll get to see kind of how things change. All right, day 2 of the Apollo job, where basically we are protecting the house. The homeowner called us because they were afraid that after years of these trees growing up next to the house, that there might be some that are potentially hazardous, and she was right. So we're partway through. Basically what we're accomplishing so far is we're teaching these trees, the prune trees, to stop growing out over the roof and to continue growing upward. And so we're cutting back to upward leaders, taking off overarching limbs, and kind of teaching the trees how we want them to grow, and they will respond to that. And then trees that were too far gone or too far compromised or just really leaning out over wholeheartedly that we couldn't prune, we're removing those, and you'll see as we walk around at the end that we are leaving some wood up in the wooded area, and that was by request of the homeowner, so we're happy to do that. So yeah, we can take a look at it when we're done and see what the change was. This is the end of day 2. So I'm going to show you around and let you see what we've done. As you can hear, maybe the equipment in the background, we are still finishing, so we're not totally done yet, but 90% of the work is done. You'll see the path is not quite perfect. We'll come back in at the very end and we'll smooth out the path, but otherwise, we'll show you what we did. So we can kind of see, as I mentioned before, that there is firewood up on the hillside. Basically what the client wanted was to have the wood left here, just saves us from hauling and a little bit of time and manpower to get that out. So just a little bit of economy there. As far as the trees that you see remaining, we did basically cut back all the stuff that comes and hangs out over the path, over the deck, over the house. And so we prioritized pruning what we could and saving what we could, and then there was a few removals that unfortunately there was just no saving them. A black cherry and some other tulips and things that were really overarching, so they had to go. So, but otherwise you can kind of take a look and see how much more open it is here. All these tulip poplars that you see had low branches and had a lot of weight hanging over the roof, and they're now up and back. And again, the competing leaders, so a lot of these trees had co-dominant leaders, and so they were actually competing for dominance, but one side, the house side, was growing out and up at the same height as the main leader. So the point was mitigate these, that forces growth into this main leader, and so in the future we'll have more upward growth, less outward over the house growth. And I think we accomplished that. So otherwise, cleaning up, you can see, some of these stump cuts and things just need to clean up a little bit around them. And again, this path, and we should be in good shape. Thank you guys for watching this. And as always, if you want to reach out to us, if you have a project in mind, you can go to our website, stsarborists.com. You can give us a call, 814-233-4088. Again, today we were focused on mitigating risk. A lot of the projects that we handle are focused around either making your trees healthier, safer, or better looking. Those are kind of the target things that we do. Today was about risk mitigation, and this lovely rain is going to get us bugging out of here. So have a great day. Thank you for watching.
Three, two, one.
Boogeyman.